What type of laxatives are there?
I guess I wanted to be sure that what do you mean by laxatives? Because there's so much bad connotation with laxatives. People don't want to take laxatives. They're terrible. You'll get addicted to them. But in reality, it depends on what you mean by laxatives. Stool softeners, yes, you could say are laxatives, but they're just softener. And whether you take a prune or whether you take a stool softener, your body doesn't know the difference. Whether you take Benefiber or Metamucil or take a good fiber cereal, is that a laxative, a fiber cereal? I think they're all the same. So I don't know if I'd look.
Let's talk about those. This is Benefiber and Metamucil. Now, what do they do? And how do you use them? And what's their purpose?
Those are fiber supplements. They are fiber that you would use with your meals. Usually I recommend with your morning and your evening meal, and they add bulk to your stool.
You have to drink a lot of water with them?
It's always important. You should always use fiber with your meals, and you should always make sure that you add fluid with it.
If I look at the cereals, the dry cereals that are in the grocery store, and I find one that has a lot of fiber, would it probably give me as much? How much fiber do I need?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter how you get the fiber in your diet, whether it's natural foods or whether it's artificial fiber. Your colon doesn't know the difference. Your colon just wants it to be bulky, so the poop is easier to move throughout the colon.
The next one you said was a softener.
Yes, the softener. It keeps the stool, it keeps the fluid in the stool to make it soft and prevent it from getting rock hard.
Now this is Miralax.
Miralax.
So it works that way.
Yes, it does.
So it keeps the liquid in the stool so you don't get the hard balls of constipation.
That's correct. Many people think Miralax is a fiber, but it's really not. It's a strong softener. The benefit of Miralax is that none of it is absorbed. It stays in your system. We do colonoscopes all the time, Dr. Bob, and how do we get their bowels clean? We have them drink the whole bottle of Miralax. We have them put it into a jug of Gatorade or Powerade, and if they drank the whole thing, it would work well for that. So it's a pretty safe compound to use.
If you want a stool softener like that, some of the names, Miralax we've got here, don't want to necessarily name a product or not name a product on the Dr. Bob Show, I don't care. What other kind of stool softeners are there?
Other stool softeners, you would worry about the milk of magnesia, the magnesium supplements, whether it's in a liquid or magnesium pills will work as a strong softener too. There is another softener called Sorbitol. Sorbitol is a very sweet substance, and it's used as an artificial sweetener in a lot of things. Therefore, can sometimes dietetic candy cause diarrhea? Yes, because of the strong softener.
So if you're a little constipated, how do you know if you want to pick a fiber, a bulk laxative, or a softener?
I always tell people it's always good to start with fiber because I think that's the most natural and the most healthy. But if you said, Dr. Hayduk, I eat healthy, I get my fruits and grains, it's just a little bit lumpy at times. I think a softener may be fine for you.
All right, let's talk about stimulants. I got the old-fashioned one. It makes you shudder, I know.
Duh.
It's the castor oil. It's what great-grandmommies used to use back in the 1900s to cleanse out all the ill humors. What does castor oil do?
Castor oil is broken down to a pretty tough irritant in the colon, and it could really make you move your bowels.
So it's an irritant and X-Lax and Dulcolax. I just sent my secretary to find a bunch of laxatives over the counter, and she came back with these two. Well, what do they do?
They're very strong. Those are direct stimulants on your colon. They don't make it softer. They don't make it bulkier. They just take the colon muscle and squish it.
So they work on those muscles that are there that the colon has and tells them to get to work.
And therefore it could be pretty harsh at times. A lot of people will get a lot of cramps if they use those products.
You use them at bedtime and you wake up in the morning and have a normal stool, or if you take them, you're going to be cramping them within an hour?
Yeah, most people would cramp within an hour, but I'm
Everybody's
not
different.
quite sure I'd want to use those products unless you really had to. I think I'd rely on the healthier types, the fiber or the softeners.